Hello everyone, this is the Shitcoin Detective, and today I'm going to take a look at the coin called Dink Doink, which is this spring figure. Uh, so this has a lot of attention because Logan Paul has been promoting it on his website, and there's affiliated with this token, and some people say that he's been the mastermind behind it. Especially, some people are calling it a scam. And since I have the token rating system, I wanted to take a look at it and see how much, how much percentage the token rating system would give it. So, CoffeeZilla specifically called this an embarrassment and a scam, based on his opinion. He he mentions in this video that the top 100 token holders are owning 80% of the tokens, which is, yeah, this is the current distribution of tokens. Um, this is it's I think this is not doesn't necessarily mean that it's a pump and dump scam. I don't think you should judge a token just based on this. And if you look at the pricing of it, then yes, there was a pumping happening here, and then the price went down. Right now it's at 9% compared to the original launch, and yeah, it's a 1 hour scale right now. So yeah, basically what we can see here is a few things to note. One is that the LP is holding $325,000. Market cap is $2 million. Um, there is a taxing on the token, so this 5% of each transaction goes automatically to the liquidity pool, which I would like to take a look at it first, because it's not the usual way of how this is handled at each transaction. It ends up directly in the liquidity pool. Let's take a look at the liquidity pool first. All right, so if we go to the holders of the LP, we will see that a large percentage of the token is actually the LP token is burned. 87% now is burned, this is good. This means that all these tokens which are here, that cannot be rock wooled. So 87% of the token, of the LP tokens, they don't have access to it anymore. And then the second address is, this is an address which receives the tax, that 5% tax. So you would say that, okay, the developer actually, this is an LP tax, that he receives tokens, and he keeps it. So it goes directly to his pocket, which is, it's technically it's true. These transactions here, where we can see that he receives from zero, he receives LP tokens. However, when we go to analytics, we see that after that happened a few times already, all the LP tokens were transferred out, and we have here these transfers happening right in front of us, right? If we go to these LP token holders transactions, you can see that, for example, 6 days ago, he the developer, this is the developer's wallet. So this was, he received all the tokens at the beginning, and he placed the PancakeSwap LP. He burned the LPs. So this is a manual step. Right now, he keeps 11% of the tokens, but consistently he burned every single LP that was received as a tax. So that's a very good point, to raise. It doesn't mean that this will happen in the future. We'll see how much money they can rock pull from this token at the end. I calculated that for everyone, so you can make your own judgment whether or not if this is safe or not. But this, you have to keep this in mind. It may be, if they don't do this for half a year, then the amount of money that is accessible by the developer will be a lot higher, and he can rock pull maybe not 11% of the token, but 50 or even more. So yeah, the other is 5% is redistributed to token holders. This is every token seems to be doing this nowadays. Anyway, one other thing which was mentioned is that there have been a few token holders that hold a large percentage of the tokens. This is the developer wallet, and then we see the marketing wallet. That's actually true. When we look at the transactions, I don't consider this a fair launch. They didn't do pre-sales, but some people purchased the token right away. So we can verify the tokenomics here that 10 whatever was minted, and then 8.2 was transferred to PancakeSwap. However, right away, right after that, this is to the same second. As you can see, here is the date, time, and seconds. In the same second that the PancakeSwap was transferred, this address made a lot of purchases, and I mean a lot. When we take a look at the balance, they already sold it. If we go to analytics, you can see that 600T, which is 6% of the tokens, was purchased and sent out by this wallet. So yeah, they sold a little bit more than what they purchased. Is because people bought it in the meantime, and there's 5% redistribution. So this wallet, as an example, bought 6% of all the tokens when the token launched in the exact same second. In my opinion, this wasn't a fair launch token. So here's another wallet. Right now they have only like 1 million balance left. And once again, if we go to analytics and look at the transfer amount, this wallet received 10% of all the tokens, purchased 9.7% and sold at 10.3%. So fair launch? No. Did people benefit from this token? Yes, I believe so. Absolutely. This is if you buy when the token launches right away, you're very and there is taxes on the token, you're very likely to make a lot of money on this. Then if we look at the contract, I looked through the contract. There is only one thing which is I wanted to specify. There is no minting, which is good job there. Also, the swap and liquefy. This is the transaction. This is the function which is responsible for buying and the liquidity pool token. So when we saw that this the token creator receives LP tokens, and they have now 11%, this function is responsible for that. So when all the 5% tax is taken, and that's kept at the contract's address until it reaches a certain threshold, and then that some of it is sold and changed to Ethereum, which is written here. The Ethereum for the Binance Smart Chain is the BNB, and then that one is transferred to the developer's address. But yeah, right as of this now, the developer every few days burn these LP tokens. So let's look at the rating now. With this in mind, I've set up the parameters of the token. So there's 5% LP tax and 5% redistribution. Doesn't have a difficult goal. It doesn't really have a real use case. They say that NFTs will be minted and they are doing something, but minting NFTs is not a real use case. It's a large pool art thing that makes some more crypto. Marketing is 4. Maybe I should add 4.5. I mean, Logan Paul has 23 million subscribers. On the other hand, his subscribers are not really in the crypto space. So even though he has this many subscribers, most of the people didn't really buy these tokens. If we look at the holders, we have 9,000 holders, 10,000. 87% is burned right now. There is no locked, and they didn't sell it. Good points for that. And then the pre-sale, yeah, without going into extensive details of how much of the token was purchased at the beginning, and I'm not sure if the token was introduced, if they disclosed the token's um, address before launching it. If that was the case, then it very much might be that it wasn't the developer who purchased the tokens in the first second. It was the sniper bots and some crypto masters who have all these access to all these tools that can do this. I'm going to run this twice and set the pre-sale to a lower value after that. But basically right now, if I run it, then we can see that this coin has a rating of 42%, that's the exact same rating that was received by SafeMoon. And if we go that, let's say that the pre-sale was only 10%, then its rating goes up to 53%. So is this token a scam? I'm going to give it a rating of 53%. Something to keep in mind is also that I've added together all the LP tokens is 11% now. You have to multiply that by 2 because it's BNB and tokens. You can sell both. And the developer and the marketing wallet is 18%. So by their declarations right now, from the total of $325,000, which is here, they have access to $130,000. So this is how much money either Logan Paul or the developer that he is employing has access to. He cannot rug pull the ordered value from the token. It's just not possible. This is a lot safer tokens than something which is unlocked and or mintable. It's not a traditional scam. And the rest of the rating, it says it's 53% or 42%, something in between. Yeah, we have to take a few educated guesses because I already spent an hour analyzing the initial transactions and I don't want to spend more time doing that. One other thing I would like to point out that the token was launched with, let's take a look at the first transactions for the liquidity pool. So if we do that, this was the initial placement of the liquidity. That was only $3,000. So this is how much USD the token was launched with. So to draw a conclusion, my rating system gives it a rating of 53% or maybe 42%, depending on how much the pre-sale might have been. They have access to this much money on the liquidity pool and the tokens. This is a lot more than what they launched with. Originally the token was launched with, this is the original placement of the liquidity pool. It was launched with 10 BNB. So yeah, the developer definitely made money on it. And we can confirm that if we look at PancakeSwap again, if we look at the 15-minute chart, which is working much better than the 1-hour chart, you can see that token price is sitting at 3,000%. So compared to launch price, it went up quite a lot, 32% times. However, the only people who bought it here could exploit that, or everyone else must have been making money here, that maybe they bought it here and sold it here. So is this a pump and dump? No, but it's not fair launch. That's a little bit negative. However, we are past that, and you should look at these values and make up your own decision whether or not you want to invest into this coin. This has been the Shitcoin Detective. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I would like you to subscribe to this channel because I will be more tokens looked into it in depth like this.